I compiled all the awards that happened as well, just to see. And from what I can tell, Clair Obscur was, I think, the only game that won multiple awards. I think everyone else won, like, they were all separated between one game. So each game won a different award. But Clair Obscur, just about every category it was in, it won. It didn't win Best Audio Design. That went to Battlefield 6. So Battlefield 6 actually beat Clair Obscur in something. Otherwise, though, 9 awards for Clair Obscur. Expedition 33.
Is that a record?
It is. It is a record.
Okay.
I had to check. I had to pull some of the numbers, but it looks like the next, or the record it broke, was The Last of Us Part 2 in 2020. That had 7.
Wow. Yeah,
Yep.
that's a sweep right there.
It cleared it pretty well. So here's the thing, though, before we get into the announcements here, this, I guess, because of, so if you watch the awards show, which MVG, I will say some of their reactions being posted online, clips of, because you know when they do the announcement for the game that wins, they have boxes of all the people in the crowd. Oh, here's Kojima, here's this, and they were catching some reactions of the eye rolls. I saw because there was one of Kojima where they caught him and he just like, yeah, okay, like that, because it was like the 4th or 5th time that Clair Obscur had won during the broadcast. There were some that weren't on the broadcast that Clair Obscur won, right? It was like off to the side or whatever. Yeah. Every time that Clair Obscur was named in the nominations, it won on the stage. So they went up there, I think 4 or 5 times, I think, because the game of the year at the end. But they kept sending different people up there from the studio to accept their awards. And there were some side eyes going on. So people were bringing up the idea of, all right, this is what's on line right now. Some conversation. A limit on how many awards you can win.
No,
what do you think?
Come on.
What do you think?
No.
It's dumb as fuck.
Sean, educate this man, please.
That's
no,
dumb
as
me. What do you mean a limit on the awards? If you
that's
want
what's
to
happening.
If you want to win an award, step your fucking game up. Make a better game. No, that's some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
The participation award.
I agree.
No.
I agree.
First off, who cares if you win the award or not? Who cares? I'm sure that's really going to ruin Kojima's night of, I'm sure Jeff will make him feel better after the show.
Oh,
but like, I don't know. You're nominated. You're nominated for one of the best things. You got a free trip out there. You got to see a bunch of people. You didn't win the award. Who gives a fuck? It shouldn't. It's stupid, man. That's dumb.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people covering this. I think. Let me see. There's a bunch, as you figure on social media, a bunch of things like maybe there should be a limit on how many awards a place can win. I'm like, that seems like a strange thing to bring up now.
Losers with a fucking loser mentality.
I mean, I have to agree. I have to agree with Sean, even though he's being very direct about it. He's right. He's right. You can't just change the rules because you swept the awards, right? Like you swept the awards because you clearly had a really, really good product that so many people voted for, both media and and the general public. It swept because it was a beloved game across the board. I liked Expedition 33. I didn't think it was like the very best game I played this year, but I can see why it ended up winning and sweeping the awards. There was a lot to like about the game. And the whole small team thing and the art in the game and the audio in the game is incredible. And look, it deserved to win.
When like Kingdom Come Deliverance, people said it was they were robbed.
These dumb fucks should be mad at? They should be mad at Newsweek. They should be mad at LA Times. They should be mad at all these outlets that are represented in the voting that actually decide what wins and doesn't win, that probably didn't play half the games that were nominated overall.
That came up ahead of the awards show. Like how many of these places are playing some of these games?
Hey, let me talk about something here. All right. I find it very peculiar how a lot of these fucking websites, Kotaku, Polygon, they ran all these fucking smear pieces on the Game Awards and Jeff Keighley and all this negative publicity. You know why they did it? because this was the year that they weren't invited and had their asses kissed on and got all this free shit and backstage stuff and free tickets and stuff like that. So what did they do? They turned on them. It's the same stuff that normal people who see the award show for what it is, a very self-fulfilling thing that makes Jeff Keighley a lot of money, have been saying for decades. But they glazed it for years and years and years. And then when you look at like the metrics of these websites, when you look at how many views are getting monthly, it's fucking pathetic. You don't deserve to go there. You're getting 200 to 400,000 views. I think I looked at Kotaku got like 250,000 views in the last month. Polygon got 600,000 views in the last month. Every single motherfucker on this panel right here gets 4 views monthly on YouTube. So we should be the ones invited. Are we complaining? Are we saying, oh, we weren't invited? We should know, because we live in reality. Like, the video game industry has definitely pandered to websites for a very long time. And the second that things change slightly, not in their favor, they just run out and start making all these crazy ass articles. It's fucking pathetic. The mask fell down on you by doing all of this. And yet you still go to the show. You bought the ticket. You gave Jeff his money. How are you going to complain about this shit? When you're still sitting there covering it, you're still there writing the articles on it, you're still covering every game about it. Like, come on, dude, it's corny.
Yeah. The one that I thought was interesting was I think it was Kotaku, the one that they said that it costs $1 million for 3 minutes on the Game Awards. Was that
it was $1 million for 3 minutes. I think it was $450,000 for 60 seconds. So
right.
Yeah, this is expensive.
Yeah, I mean, that may be true for like the actual like prime time, the peak window of time, which is probably like the middle of the hour type of thing. Mm-hmm. But a lot of those indies, those AA trailers that's like opened up the show and stuff like that, they're not paying that much money for it. I think they're just getting a little slot in at the beginning, and I don't think they're paying anywhere near that much.
And you know what's crazy? Nobody has a gun to your head saying you need to put your game on the Game Awards. And if you do put your games on the Game Awards, guess what? There are literally millions and millions and millions of people who watched you. People saw you on Amazon Prime. People saw you on the official Game Awards YouTube channel. People saw you on thousands upon thousands of restreams. That kind of publicity does not come around very often. And if you want the prime time, you got to pay for it, man.
Yep.
Like, why is this a big surprise? Why is this? Oh, I didn't know that it cost all this money to be on the big award shows. Like, shut up.
Yeah. Last year, I think Jeff said there was 128 million views or something on it. It's like, that's going to cost some money. So I think this year it's going to be much larger because they were also on Amazon Prime. I don't know how many people opened up the video app and was like, oh, I wonder what the Game Awards is. Maybe I'll check that. I don't know how much that happened, but I'm sure there were some where people found some new audience that way. But just being able to have that kind of notoriety let's face it, remember the Game Awards 10 years ago, maybe a little longer ago. It wasn't exactly the biggest thing at that point. The most
that was when
thing.
That was when Boogie 298. That's when Boogie 298 won Content Creator of the Year.
God damn.
Yeah.
Should have won shitbag of the fucking decade.
We've come a long way since then. Now it's on Amazon Prime though. So there you go. It's made some moves. So it's going to cost money. Yeah, it is. It's putting that together.
It's a worldwide thing.
Yeah. It's not cheap. It's like we heard about how much like Super Bowl commercials cost crazy amounts of money. This technically gets more views than the Super Bowl. So there you go. But I don't get the whole thing about having a cap on how many awards you can win. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I saw that, thought it was a little funny because it seemed like Clair Obscur turned into a bit of a villain overnight. I noticed that too.
If Keighley wants to set the rules for the outlets and say, look, if you're going to vote on this game, then I need like proof that you've beaten this game. You know what I mean? Like if he wants to set different rules about it. So, some outlets actually play all the games that are nominated or something like that. Or, maybe if they haven't played like more than or less than like half of them or something, they're excluded from voting. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that, I can get behind. But just saying, well, you know, if you won like a cap of 5, then you're not eligible for any more. That's absurd.
Yeah, you're gonna start asking for trophy data. I'm gonna see that gold trophy before you vote for this thing.
I need those save files.
Yes, sir. Post them up. Put them up on social media. We'll log them.
Need those save files. LA Times. What you got?
Yes, sir. Newsweek. Yeah, that was just. It seemed like people started to get really annoyed at Expedition 33 because it was just winning a lot. I don't know. People voted for it. It was a good game.
Should have been annoyed at them wearing the berets. Now, that was annoying.
They said it was so in the game it's supposed to be a joke, and it turned into a whole thing where everyone was cosplaying as it. So they leaned into it.